Good evening and welcome to the Channel studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Tributes continue to pour in from around the world for Queen Elizabeth II, who died yesterday at the age of 96. The UK's longest reigning monarch passed away peacefully at Balmoral Castle. Today, people have been leaving flowers and personal tributes outside palaces and churches up and down the country. Bells rung out at Westminster Abbey, St Paul's Cathedral and in Windsor at noon. And gun salutes were fired around the UK and abroad. At Hyde Park, the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery firing 96 rounds, one for each year of her life. Earlier, King Charles III, who will be officially proclaimed as king on Saturday, met the waiting crowds at Buckingham Palace. People shouting, "God save the King," as he smiled and chatted to those who had gathered for hours. In Parliament, politicians paid tribute to the UK's longest ever serving monarch.
We have witnessed the most heartfelt outpouring of grief at the loss of Her late Majesty, the Queen. Crowds have gathered, flags have been lowered to half-mast, tributes have been sent from every continent around the world. Her late Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, was one of the greatest leaders the world has ever known.
Today, our country, our people, this House, are united in mourning. Queen Elizabeth II was this great country's greatest monarch. And for the vast majority of us, it feels impossible to imagine a Britain without her. All our thoughts are with her beloved family, our royal family, at this moment of profound grief.
She showed the world not just how to reign over a people, she showed the world how to give, how to love, and how to serve. And as we look back at that vast arc of service, its sheer duration is almost impossible to take in. She was the last living person in British public life to have served in uniform in the Second World War.
The French President Emmanuel Macron laid a white rose in front of a picture of the Queen and signed a guest book in memory of the monarch inside the British Embassy in Paris before giving his own tribute.
We are grateful for her deep affection for France. Elizabeth II mastered our language, loved our culture, and touched our hearts. From her coronation on, she knew and spoke with all of our presidents. No other country had the privilege of welcoming her as many times as we did.
British overseas territories also mourning the Queen's death. Here, people in Gibraltar paying tribute. The sporting world has also marked the occasion, with the Formula One paddock in Monza in Italy observing a minute's silence. Meanwhile, all Premier League football matches have been cancelled this weekend. Elton John paying tribute during his concert in Toronto in Canada.
And she led the country through some of our greatest and darkest moments with grace, decency and a genuine caring warmth. I'm 75, she's been with me all my life, and I feel very sad that she won't be with me anymore. But I'm glad she's at peace, and I'm glad she's at rest, and she deserves it. She's worked bloody hard. I send my love to her family and her loved ones, and she will be missed. But her spirit lives on, and we celebrate her life tonight with music, okay?
People across the world showing their respect to the UK's longest-serving monarch a day after she died at the age of 96.